I'm gonna get back when I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel get back when I feel like.
Sarah, wonderful to have you on the studio and welcome. What are some of your first memories of cricket?
Cricket's been in my family my whole life. So my dad played, my granddad, brothers, cousins, uncles, everybody. So I pretty much grew up around a cricket pitch.
And where was this?
That was in Yorkshire, a team called Woodlands who play in the Bradford League.
Right. And did Woodlands have underage cricket and senior cricket all together?
Yeah, they had a really good development pathway where you played from under nines all the way up to the seniors, first, seconds, and they're a really successful club actually, keep winning, and very good upbringing really enjoyed it.
Right, so every Saturday you were at the ground and being involved, and other kids were around. Were you playing cricket yourself?
I played for the under 15 boys when they were short, but that mainly consisted of just being on the boundary, and people were kind, brought me a coffee in the cold Yorkshire mornings, but I was a scorer.
Okay.
So got involved that way. You know, Mum did the teas. My sister was also around. So yeah, we were there a lot. Saturdays, Sundays, midweek. It was great fun.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, nice. And and you obviously enjoyed it.
Yes,
you weren't forced. Yeah. You enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. But yeah, even when we went on holiday, if we came across a cricket game going on, we'd stop, we'd watch. So we would go on holiday in the UK. My dad and my brother would come back for games in the middle weekend, and then come back and join us. So it really is in my DNA, and in all parts of my upbringing.
Yeah, lovely. And what about at school? Were you involved in cricket at school as well?
No, we had boys' cricket teams, but we didn't have any girls' cricket teams at that time, so it was very much hockey, rounders, netball.
Yeah, it's a shame. So that's what we need to do more now.
Yeah, exactly.
for the women's game.
Yeah, that's partly why I'm so passionate about developing the women and girls teams in Jersey, because those opportunities just weren't there when I was younger.
Yeah, and then what took you to Jersey?
I worked in finance prior to joining Jersey Cricket, so Jersey is an international finance centre, so just had the opportunity with the bank I worked for at the time to move down there.
And the lifestyle's great?
The lifestyle's fantastic. It's very typically English with a little bit of French, very sociable environment, and loads of things to do outdoors, whether it's the beach, whether it's sport, walking, sailing. It's a really great place to live.
Nice. And what are some of your first memories of cricket in Jersey?
Well, I've been watching cricket ever since I got there. I mean, moving away from home, it was something familiar. It was an environment I was comfortable in, so got involved and started going to watch. And then about 3 years ago, I was approached to join the Jersey Cricket Board. So joined as a non-exec director, and then latterly I've become their CEO.
Yeah, fantastic, wonderful. And how many teams are in Jersey now?
We've got quite a few across all the age ranges. We've got, a Premier League, we've got a vibrant evening league, which is really well supported by a lot of the finance companies, a lot of the corporate and hospitality sector, and we're just getting the women's and girls teams building up now as well. So there's a great range of diversity. It's really good to see lots of different people playing in Jersey. It's no longer just if your dad was involved. It's got a wider reach, which is really great to see.
Yeah, no, it must be a great opportunity if you finish work for the day at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, then you can head down to the local to watch a game or play in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And that keeps the community strong, right?
Yeah, and we were very lucky as Jersey Cricket to take over our own ground about a year ago. So very much hoping to bring back that community feel within cricket. So we've got catering facilities there, we've got a good bar, they do fantastic breakfast. So we are starting to get people coming back from around and about just to go and watch, which is what it's all about, because that will get everybody then joining in, wanting to be part of it.
Yeah, sure. And do you have winter training facilities there at your ground?
That's a real opportunity that we're hoping the government will support us with, because to be honest, we don't have any indoor facilities which are specifically designed for cricket. So we have to use school sports halls, and that the floor's not always set up, or the setup's not always optimal for a training. So that's really the next big thing that we need to do. We need to either build our own, or with some government and private support, get some indoor facilities set up for us. Yeah.
And how's the women's structure they're looking now? Is there, what are the age groups and what are the opportunities for women's cricket in Jersey?
Well, you can play from age 9 upwards. We've got a very good women's team, very young women's team. The average age is only 18, so they're definitely, like our men, punching above their weight. We hosted a women's tournament this year for the ICC, which was really well attended. It got a real positive response all around the island, which was great. And then that got more girls coming along to the trials. And certainly, when I was growing up, if innings change, the kids ran onto the pitch to play, it was always the boys. Well, now after that tournament, we're getting the girls running on as well, and just having a knockabout, throwing the ball around. So it's really starting to grow. The last set of trials we did, we had to run over 2 weeks. They were so popular. So really excited about that.
Yeah, I was tuning into the stream, obviously watching the women's game, and I mean, you're blessed with this green, incredible outfields.
Yeah.
The people are familiar with cricket already.
Yeah.
The close proximity, so you don't have to travel too far to get to a ground. And that was a fantastic event that I saw on there, and it's great because as soon as it's being streamed, it's being promoted.
Yeah.
Then you get the families there, then the kids are there, and the kids just want to play and enjoy themselves. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's great, and then rub shoulders with the adult cricketers that are on TV, and then become heroes.
And then through ECN Network, you very kindly invited us to go to play in the Netherlands with the women's team, and they absolutely loved that. Being able to just go back, play the highlights, look at their own performances, and then take that learning into the next game. It's definitely a real benefit for the girls to be able to do that.
Yeah, thanks. And then you see the sisters and daughters and nieces, and everyone should be seeing that and then aspiring to be on their own stage in the future as well.
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
And how did they feel about, obviously, so T20 is the focus for the women's game in Jersey?
It is, yeah, absolutely. We need to have a shorter format so that they can be just captured by it and interested. So yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
And how did they enjoy the T10 when they played it? Was it a complete mind shift to how they approached the game, or obviously it's the first time they played the format.
Yeah,
I think
it was. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like they enjoyed it.
They did. The feedback was really positive. It's a slightly different environment, isn't it, and game in terms of how you need to approach it from a batting perspective, how you need to bowl. So they came back with a real enthusiasm to work on things in winter. It was a really useful tour for us. It was good.
Well, I know when that was on, we had a men's ECS event and we had the ECIs there as well. But I know every time when there's men's and women's matches being played, I'm always only watching the women's. To be honest, I just feel it's so authentic. It's really committed cricketers. You can see a great community that's happening there, and then Jersey won.
Yeah.
So I think that at the start you're starting to think, Netherlands, the Dutch would beat Jersey easily. But as soon as you're playing T10 and then the first game happens and Jersey wins, because it's a leveler, in
exactly.
the way that people approach the sport, and that's what we want to see. We want to make heroes on the field, but we also want to give opportunities to beat the giants, or ensure that the giants aren't the giants. We saw the Italian female team play against the Dutch as well. And they had 4 games, and then the Italians started winning. Yeah. So I'm not saying the Dutch are getting worse, but everyone should just be getting better.
Exactly.
And that's the whole focus. And what about schools in Jersey? Are they promoting and coaching cricket?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got our development officers, both on the boys' side and on the girls' side, working in the schools. We are also supported by Jersey Sport, which is great. So we're in every school bar one in Jersey. The other great thing about an island of Jersey is they're all really accessible. The senior schools are all maybe within 20 minutes of each other, so it's very easy to get to facilities, to do the drop-offs and that kind of thing. So what we did last year as well was an inter-schools competition, which was really good to see people who don't necessarily play in the cricket setup playing through school and then come in because they've liked it, they've enjoyed it. So
and obviously your team did so well here in the group stage, and they're here now for Championship Week. Are these guys actually are they celebrities when they're walking down the street in Jersey?
Some of them are, absolutely. I mean, one of the players even has his own song when he walks into bars. People will sing his song. It's the product of being only 100,000 people, isn't it? And we're really well supported with the press and the media on Jersey, so they genuinely are getting behind us. People watch it slyly on their laptops at work, and everybody knows what these boys are doing, how well they're doing, and how well they're developing. That's the thing as well. It's not every cricket team that can go and play internationally and succeed on an international stage. So there's a lot of pride behind our boys.
Absolutely. I think not only pride, but there's a lot of there's a spike in home office days during the streams. We've seen. So with farmers as well for the ECL, the pride is there. That people are so committed to literally changing their life to ensure that they can support cricket. And I know you're. I actually found playing against Jersey when I was playing for Germany really, really tough. And just because they were such a strong unit, and I think a lot of European cricket teams, they're maybe not as strong because of disparity around where they're living in a country, and they don't come together as often, they don't train together as often. But when you play against Jersey, you're playing against the Jersey boys or the Jersey girls, and you can just see that community is so tight knit. You should be very proud of it.
Yeah, thank you very much. But the teams have both, they've been to school together, they play all their sport together, so they can tell just by looking at one another whether they're on a good day, they're on a bad day. So as a coach, that also makes or a manager, that makes your job a lot easier as well, because there's an element of everybody wanting the same goal and supporting each other through that, because they know each other really well and they're just mates. So they come away and they have a great time, and that's a bit of a stress reliever, it takes some of the tension away.
Yeah, sounds like a good family.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a network of either students that are coming together, and then as people go into their professional lives, if cricket is the bond, it should make for a really successful sport in your country. So
fingers crossed, that's the plan.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks.